Alright, what's up guys, it's your boy Average Gamer aka Detain, and I am bringing you guys some NBA 2K15 Xbox 360 gameplay, and I'm just going to be doing the NBA Today game. So the first game we have going on is the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Atlanta Hawks, and I am going to use the Pelicans. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys can, just leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys do enjoy the gameplay. Peace.
Pelicans up against the Atlanta Hawks. And now we'll send it out to Atlanta to join Kevin Harlan for the opening tip.
Another preseason matchup as we start to see opening day on the horizon. This year's NBA season awaits. Welcome everyone to this 2K Sports broadcast. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Thanks for joining us. Our starting lineup to look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Eric Gordon.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will pull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
This is the last stop for the Pelicans before returning to New Orleans. They face off here in their second matchup of the preseason. Have to be feeling good about their nice outing the other day.
Well, you can't put a lot of stock into the preseason. You've got to take it with a bit of a grain of salt, but a win almost always more encouraging than a loss.
Yeah, it's more encouraging. The main thing is what they gained from that game experience-wise, and they're going to try to take whatever they felt was good and expand on that, and whatever was bad and try to fix it.
First team foul.
Here is Korver, covered by Evans. Carroll kicks to T. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Korver. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
And you know, one of the things you got to love about him is how he triggers that fast break. The instant he gets the ball in his hands, he's looking to make the outlet pass and always seems to put it on the money.
And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide-open teammate if he's double-teamed.
Al Horford, 6'10", 250, really a natural power forward who's been asked to play at center for his whole career. He's shown himself willing to battle bigger players inside, but you got to think he'd welcome a chance to switch back to the 4 spot.
And that one's good. Millsap.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Evans kicks to Davis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And for Horford, you know, able to scrap inside to overcome his lack of size defensively, his quickness is his biggest advantage. I mean, he's excellent at moving in space and defending the pick and roll.
Here's talking about Horford's advantages playing center. Certainly his offensive skill set among those advantages.
Yeah, and an excellent mid-range jump shooter and ball handler. He can face up, he can draw opposing bigs further out than they'd like, but he's also strong enough and quick enough to get past them and get to the rim.
Now here's Teague. The dish now to Korver for the 3, and he gets it to go. Korver's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Teague, the pass to Korver. Back to Teague. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than a layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good. Teague. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Deep 2 from Anderson. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 4. Coming up this Thursday, October 9th, Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies take on Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets. Live from Houston. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for being with us as we get going here once again. A preview of the upcoming NBA season ahead. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks, we got Barrow on it. Kent Bazemore is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Payne, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot.
Anthony Davis voted most likely to have a breakout year 2, and the GMs called it right. First-time All-Star, most improved candidate, statistically a top 10 player in the league.
New Orleans making some changes here. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Jimmer Fredette, and Smith subbed in for Austin Rivers. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. As you know, Jeff Teague is starting to enter the upper ranks among point guards in the NBA, and he credits Coach Budenholzer for a lot of his growth. Teague said he always tells me, be aggressive. That is the only way I want you to play. When your coach is telling you that, there is no way you can't be successful. Kevin?
Schroeder to Bazemore. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Bazemore's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Atlanta. Smith dishes to Selmans. Back to Smith. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, the Pelicans did not have the best overall record last year, but they were a nightmare matchup for a lot of teams in the East and had a really good out-of-conference record.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson.
As you said, the Pelicans did play very well against the East last year. With the division they were in, any trip out East must have felt like a vacation.
Ontic passes to Schroeder. And Asik sends it back. Wow! And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Rivers can't get it to go.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Ontic kicks to Schroeder. Pass to Ontic. Feeds it to Cephalosha. The pass to Schroeder. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Now, presented by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 from Monty Williams. Gordon is the 2 with Evans playing small forward. Davis and Asik patrol the paint. And it's Holiday in at the point.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons. While they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
Teague kicks to Horford. Back to Teague. He dishes it to Carroll. Pass to Corver. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Evans inside. And that one's good. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside Teague. Millsap a screen on Holiday. Teague kicks to Millsap. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Millsap's got his 2nd basket. Teague against Holiday. Right side Gordon. And stolen by Jeff Teague. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Corver dishes to Teague. Right side Teague. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Korver. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. The Atlanta shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And at this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all three of us drinking the Gatorade. The third quarter comes to
the NBA preseason. Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets take on the Phoenix Suns.
Preseason in the NBA, and it's great to have you with us. Pelicans trailed by 5. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Teague in at the 1 spot. So that's the Hawks 5.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Carroll passes to Teague. And there's the feed to Millsap. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 6 points for Paul Millsap.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Evans gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, if you like offense, you'll love this game.
Yep, a high-scoring affair. Both squads saving their energy for the offensive end of the floor because they definitely aren't doing anything defensive.
Baseline try. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And here we go. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
New Orleans making some changes here. Ashik comes in for Anthony Davis. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Smith.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Horford sets a screen for Teague. He passes it to Carroll. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Millsap left side. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that. What an offensive force Holiday can be when he's going like this.
Here's Teague. Kicks it to Korver to stop the run. The rebound by Anderson. The Pelicans have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And Holiday kicks to Evans. Dishes it to Gordon. Back to Evans. Launches it. It's rebounded by Teague. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And it's blocked by Holiday. And he gets it back. Carroll for 3. Misses the 3.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Teague for 3. Oh, he knocks in a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
He knocks down the 3 to extend the game. Wow.
Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And it's the Hawks to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So the Pelican 5 right now. The backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Evans and Davis are your small and power forwards. And it's Ashik in at the 5, roaming the paint. Evans attacking. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Holiday. The 3 won't fall. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Teague. Six to shoot. The shot no good. Good D by Holiday. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Great action here if you're just joining us. About 1 minute into OT. Off the mark. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, for